Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're digging into some really useful English words.
That's right. Words to help you boost your vocabulary, especially if you're at that intermediate level.
Exactly. These come from the Oxford 5000 list, the advanced extended part. We're looking at words 1831 to 1860 today.
Yep, group 62. And our goal, really, is just to help you understand these words properly and feel confident using them.
We'll give you clear explanations, plenty of examples. Make it stick.
Okay, let's dive in. First up, threshold.
Threshold. So you can think of the literal doorway, the entrance, that's the threshold.
Right, like the cat sat right on the threshold, waiting to come in, maybe.
Could be. And it's also used more metaphorically, like a starting point.
Yeah. He stood at the threshold of an exciting new career. The beginning.
Exactly. And another one, there's a very low threshold for errors in this type of work, meaning you really can't make mistakes.
Got it. Crossing the threshold into their new home was a special moment, a literal and emotional start.
Perfect. And she felt like she was on the threshold of a major life change. That feeling of something big about to happen.
Okay, next, thrilled.
Thrilled just means really, really happy or excited, super pleased.
Like she was thrilled to receive such a wonderful gift.
Definitely. Or the children were thrilled by the amazing fireworks display. Pure excitement.
Mm-hmm. He felt absolutely thrilled about his upcoming adventure, looking forward to it intensely.
And we were thrilled to hear their good news, sharing in their happiness.
The audience was thrilled by the performer's incredible talent, really impressed and excited.
Good examples. Okay, moving on to thrive.
Thrive. This means to grow really well, be healthy, be successful, flourish, basically.
Like plants. These plants thrive in warm, sunny conditions. They love the sun.
Right. And businesses, too. Small businesses can thrive if they have good support.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, children thrive when they feel secure and loved. It helps them develop well.
Absolutely essential. With the right care, these animals will thrive. They'll do well.
And one more. The community began to thrive after the new park opened. It brought life to the area.
Okay, next is a simple one. Thumb.
Yeah, your thumb. The short, fat finger on your hand.
He accidentally hit his thumb with the hammer. Ouch.
Happens. Or, she pointed to the map using her thumb, just indicating something.
And the classic thumbs up. We all gave the new idea a thumbs up to show our agreement.
Right. A sign of approval. He was twiddling his thumbs because he was bored. That restless little action.
Yeah. And the artist used her thumb to smudge the charcoal drawing for artistic effect.
Okay, next is tide.
The tide, usually talking about the sea, right?
Oh.
The water level going up and down.
Exactly. The tide comes in and goes out twice each day. That regular cycle.
We like to walk along the beach when the tide is low, so you have more sand to walk on.
Yep. It can also mean a trend. Like there's a growing tide of support for environmental protection. More and more people supporting it.
Interesting use. The boat was carried out to sea by the strong tide. The power of the water.
And public opinion can shift like the tide, changing back and forth.
Okay, let's look at tighten.
To tighten something is, well, to make it tighter, less loose.
Simple enough. Could you please tighten the screws on this chair? Make it more secure.
Or think about security. Security measures have been tightened at all airports, made stricter.
Yeah. And budgets. The government might need to tighten its spending. Spend less.
Good one. Make sure to tighten your seatbelt before we start driving. Safety first.
Always. He had to tighten his grip on the railing in the wind. Hold on more firmly.
Okay, next. Timber.
Timber. That's wood that's ready for building things. Lumber.
Right. The old house was constructed from strong timber, made of wood beams.
The logging industry is important for producing timber. That's where it comes from.
Yep. We need more timber to build the new fence around the garden. Wood for the fence.
They cleared the area to harvest the timber, cut down trees for wood.
The smell of freshly cut timber filled the air. That specific woody smell.
Nice. Not timely.
Timely means happening at just the right moment. Or a useful time. Opportune.
Okay, like your payment was received in a very timely manner. It wasn't late.
Exactly. Or The weather forecast provided timely information about the upcoming storm, gave us a warning when we needed it.
Very helpful. It was a timely reminder to complete the important task, just when I needed to remember.
The doctor's timely intervention saved his life. Happened at the crucial moment.
Wow, yeah. We appreciated the timely delivery of the urgent documents. They arrived when needed.
Okay, related to timely is timing.
Timing. This is all about when something happens and if that when is good or bad.
Right. The timing of their arrival was perfect for the surprise party. They came at exactly the right moment.
Ah, perfect timing. And good timing is often crucial in comedy, delivering the joke at the right instant.
Definitely. The timing of the investment proved to be very successful. They invested at a good moment.
Contrasting that, poor timing can lead to missed opportunities, doing something too early or too late.
True. And the conductor's precise timing kept the orchestra together. Everyone playing in sync.
Okay, tissue. This has a couple of meanings.
Yeah, first the obvious one, the soft paper. She reached for a tissue to dry her eyes or blow her nose.
Right, a Kleenex. But also in biology, it's the stuff bodies are made of.
Exactly. Muscle is a type of connective tissue, body material.
The lab analyzed the tissue sample under a microscope, a sample taken for medical reasons.
Yeah. Could you hand me a box of tissues, please? Back to the paper kind.
The injury affected the soft tissue around the knee, muscles, ligaments, that sort of thing.
Okay, next one. Tobacco.
Tobacco, the plant used in cigarettes and cigars.
Pretty straightforward. Cigarettes contain tobacco and other chemicals.
The sale of tobacco products to children is against the law. Age restrictions.
Right. Many farmers in this region used to grow tobacco as a crop.
He decided to quit using tobacco for his health, giving up smoking or chewing.
Good decision. The smell of burning tobacco can be quite strong. That distinct cigarette smell.
Now, tolerance.
Tolerance is about acceptance, really. Accepting differences or putting up with difficult things.
Okay. We need more tolerance and understanding in our society. Accepting different people and views.
Definitely. It can also be physical. This type of grass has a high tolerance for dry conditions. It can survive without much water.
Interesting. He showed remarkable tolerance for their constant interruptions. He put up with it patiently.
The patient had a good tolerance for the new medication. Didn't have bad side effects.
Good outcome. Building tolerance between different cultures takes time and effort. Learning to accept differences.
And the verb form, tolerate.
To tolerate means to accept or allow something even if you don't really like it. To put up with it.
Exactly. I cannot tolerate such disrespectful behavior. I won't accept it.
Or, she can tolerate very spicy food, but I cannot. She can handle it.
The company will not tolerate any form of discrimination. Zero tolerance policy.
Important. He had to tolerate the long delays. Just endure them.
They learn to tolerate each other's little quirks, accept the small annoyances.
Okay, next word. Toll.
Toll can be money you pay, like on a road?
There is a toll to cross this major highway. You have to pay to use it.
Right, a toll booth or toll plaza. But it also means a cost in a negative sense, like damage or suffering.
Ah, okay. The hurricane took a heavy toll on the coastal communities, caused a lot of damage and hardship.
Exactly. What is the toll for driving through the tunnel? Asking the price.
The emotional toll of the experience was significant, the psychological cost.
They collected the toll from each passing car. Back to the money.
Meaning?
Now ton.
Ton. A unit of weight. In the U.S., it's 2,000 pounds. Very heavy.
That large truck can carry several tons of cargo. Huge capacity.
Yeah. The enormous elephant weighs many tons. Very heavy animal.
We also use it informally for a lot. I have a ton of work to finish by tomorrow, meaning a large amount.
Very common usage. They shipped a ton of supplies to the disaster area. A large quantity.
He felt like a ton of bricks had been lifted off his shoulders. A huge weight of worry removed.
And then there's ton, spelled differently. Yes, the metric ton. T-O-N-E. That's 1,000 kilograms. Used internationally mostly.
Right. They exported several tons of grain this year, measured in metric units.
A metric ton is slightly heavier than a U.S. ton. Good to know the difference.
The cargo ship can carry up to 50,000 tons of oil. Again, large metric capacity.
The factory produces several tons of steel each day. Metric weight for industrial output.
The recycling plant processed many tons of paper, measured in tons.
Okay, top.
Top can mean the highest point or surface.
Like, the book is placed on the very top shelf, the highest one.
Or, he finally reached the top of the steep mountain. The summit?
It can also be clothing. She wore a bright yellow top with jeans. A shirt or blouse?
Yep. The cherry was on the top of the ice cream. The very peak.
He took off the lid from the top of the container, the upper cover.
Okay, a more serious word now. Torture.
Torture. Inflicting severe pain on someone, a terrible act.
Yes. The prisoner was subjected to cruel torture. Awful treatment.
We also use it informally for something really unpleasant. Waiting in that long line was absolute torture, exaggerating the unpleasantness.
Yeah, hyperbole. They denied ever using torture on any detainees. A serious accusation.
The constant noise from the construction site was a form of torture, again, informally meaning very annoying.
He couldn't believe the torture he endured during the intense workout. Extremely difficult.
Okay, let's move to toss.
Toss. To throw something lightly, casually.
Please toss me the ball, throw it over here gently.
Or mixing food. She gently tossed the salad with the dressing, mixed it lightly.
Right, and if you can't sleep, he tossed and turned in bed all night, unable to fall asleep, moving restlessly.
Common phrase. Could you toss these old papers in the recycling bin? Throw them away casually.
The waves tossed a small boat around, moved it violently and randomly.
Okay, total.
Total, meaning the complete amount or sum, everything included.
Total cost of our trip was quite high. The entire cost.
What is the total number of participants in the event? The complete count.
It can also be an adjective, meaning complete or absolute. The election results showed a total victory for their party. Complete victory.
Ah, okay. We need to calculate the total expenses for the month. The sum of all expenses.
The total darkness made it difficult to see. Complete absence of light.
Next up, tournament.
A tournament is a competition with rounds of games.
Right, like sports. He is competing in a major tennis tournament.
Our team won the annual basketball tournament. The whole competition.
The International Chess Tournament will be held in London this year. A big chess event.
She has been practicing hard for the upcoming golf tournament, preparing for the competition.
Winning the tournament was a dream come true. The ultimate goal.
Now, toxic.
Toxic means poisonous, harmful, can cause illness or death.
This cleaning chemical is highly toxic, dangerous if ingested or inhaled.
Avoid breathing in the toxic fumes from the fire. Dangerous gases.
It's also used metaphorically for relationships or environments. Their relationship had become increasingly toxic and unhealthy. Very negative and damaging.
Yeah, a toxic workplace, a toxic friendship. The river was polluted with toxic waste, harmful industrial chemicals.
He tried to remove all toxic influences from his life. Negative people or situations.
Okay, trace.
A trace is a very small amount of something left behind. A hint.
There was a faint trace of perfume in the empty room. Just a tiny smell left.
Or finding someone. The police are still looking for any trace of the missing hiker. Any sign or clue.
It's also a verb, to follow something back. We can trace our family history back several generations. Follow the line of ancestors.
Right. The detective found a trace of mud on the suspect's shoe. A small clue.
Scientists can trace the migration patterns of birds. Follow their routes.
Next.
Trademark. Trademark. A legal symbol or name for a product or company, like a logo or brand name.
The company worked hard to protect its valuable trademark, its legal brand identity.
The famous swoosh logo is a well-known trademark of that athletic brand. Instantly recognizable.
They're involved in a legal battle over the unauthorized use of their trademark. Defending their brand.
Registering a trademark gives a company exclusive rights. Legal protection.
Consumers often recognize products by their distinct trademark. It signifies the brand.
Okay, trading.
Trading, simply buying and selling. commerce.
The two countries have a long history of trading agricultural products, exchanging goods.
Online trading of stocks and other financial instruments has become very common. Buying and selling shares online.
He works in international trading, dealing with various commodities. Global commerce?
Fair trading practices are essential for economic growth. Ethical business exchange.
They engaged in some informal trading of baseball cards, swapping items.
Name for tragedy.
Tragedy, a terrible, sad event causing great suffering or loss.
The unexpected car accident was a terrible tragedy for the family. A deeply sad and unfortunate event.
The play tells a classic story of love and ultimate tragedy, like Romeo and Juliet, a sad ending.
It was a profound tragedy when the earthquake destroyed the small village. Huge loss and suffering.
We mourned the victims of the recent tragedy, expressing sorrow for a sad event.
The news reported on the unfolding human tragedy in the war-torn region. Ongoing suffering.
And the adjective form, tragic.
Tragic describes something extremely sad, often involving death or suffering.
It was a tragic accident that could have been avoided. Very sad or unfortunate.
The news reported the tragic loss of life in the fire, relating to death in a sad way.
His life story had a somewhat tragic ending, despite his early success. A sad conclusion.
We heard the tragic tale of their struggles. A story filled with sadness.
The movie depicted the tragic events of that historical period, showing sad historical moments.
Almost there. Next is trail.
Trail can be a path, often in nature.
They enjoyed hiking along the scenic mountain trail, a path for walking.
It can also be marks left behind. The dog left a trail of muddy paw prints all through the house, a line of marks.
Or following clues. The investigation followed a trail of suspicious financial transactions, following the evidence.
We followed the winding trail through the dense woods, the physical paths again.
The scandal left a trail of unanswered questions and doubts. A series of consequences.
Okay, trailer. Two main meanings here.
Yep. First, the short video ad for a movie. We watched the exciting movie trailer online before deciding to see the film.
Gets you hyped for the movie. The other meaning is a home on wheels, or something pulled by a vehicle.
Right. They live in a small trailer in a quiet park by the river. A mobile home.
Or he attached a small trailer to his car to transport the camping gear, pulled behind the car.
The trailer for the new video game looks amazing. Back to the preview video.
They loaded their belongings into a large moving trailer for transporting goods.
And our final word for this deep dive. Treat.
Trait. A specific quality or characteristic of a person, part of their personality.
Honesty is a highly valued trait in any relationship, a positive characteristic.
Intelligence is often considered a desirable trait, a quality people value.
Patience is one of her most admirable traits, a characteristic you admire.
Kindness is a trait that makes her a wonderful person, a defining quality.
And one of his defining traits was his unwavering optimism, a key part of his character.
Yeah, that's all 30.
Yeah, that wraps up our deep dive into this batch of words in the Oxford 5000 list. We really hope those explanations and all those examples help make things clearer.
Absolutely. Remember, just hearing them isn't quite enough. The best way to really learn them is to, try them out, use them when you speak or write.
That's how you make them your own. It'll definitely help you understand more English and express yourself better.
So maybe think about this. Which of those words kind of caught your attention? Which one seemed most interesting or useful to you?
Yeah, and how might you try to use it in a sentence, maybe even today? Give it some thought.